Game 2, guys. First game, little messy. Not gonna lie, little messy, but we were anticipating that. I definitely was not thinking it was gonna be at the same level as the others, of course. But for the comps, you know, we got a classic. We got a Nocturne Nico 1-2 punch with an Aurora, which is really good, to be honest. Like, it's a lot of threat damage. It's pretty spooky for Callista. They have the Renata with the Callista, so she has the W, she has the R for when they go in. And here's the thing. We're going to see how this plays out. Because one, I mean, the Shen is a good pick in the Scion. So, like, if he wins side, it will be a big thing. If he doesn't, just to know, he can't. I don't think he can Shen R during Nocturne R. Unless he can go to the portrait in the. Like, again, I don't know if this is how it works, but if he can go to the bottom portraits and click on it, the Shen R, then so be it. But if he can't, then the pick doesn't really serve its purpose in the game. Like, he'll still be able to make picks with like Ari and they can go first and look for things, but if they go first with this, problematic. Kaisa also a much better tank killer. Great. We'll see how it goes. I can see some issues though with CFO's comp. Of course, if they do win the early game, oh man, GAM might get steamrolled.
Let's take a look. Both teams like to stay relatively quiet early on. Let's aim even. Fresh assistant jungle. Jungle. You dare indeed. Doesn't really push on the top lane. Harass procs. Oh, it's not staying out of range. Takes a huge chunk of damage.
Well, they have priority, which is expected. Just from Nico. Of course, if they do screw up ever the Nico, that can change. Looks like the Aurora is actually getting a little bit better of the Ari. And nice E. Ouch. 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 I mean, Junja does end up taking this over him, but because he smited, there's no way he's ever taken the net. Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, does he have... Huh? Wait. How? Wait. So... Real? Is that a bug? Or does it actually come up that quick? Like, I'm literally trying to think in my head. Dude, I need to test that. Like, I'm trying to think in my head. I don't think you... I feel like when I think in my head, usually if you do a first smite and you do a second smite, you don't have a smite for a crab, right? So he did a smite on red. And so when he smites the crab, in theory, he should not have another smite for the next crab. But he does. Am I just, like, not thinking this correctly? I need to test this, because I thought to myself, surely he does not have it. But he might. And if that's the case, like, holy shit, that is... That's annoying. So Elio right now is kind of beating out Doggo. Doggo tempted him, and yeah. Xin is first to bot. That's from Death Tempo. Nock actually gets a higher value crab, funny enough, so kinda makes up for things. They have Aurora coming up, but honestly, it'd be so much better for Nico. Well, wait, how? Wait, how's that possible? Callista's like almost full HP, and then she lost 60% of her HP. How's that possible? Also, they should base on this, by the way. Like, there's no point on looking for the dive, or like, forcing out the dive. I know she's really low, and they want to get the plate. But it would not be bad to... Oh, man. The only thing is they're going to... maybe it's worth just the base instead.
Just going to give him the most effect.
Because the Aurora is already taking care of
rough spot.
zoning the Callista.
Oh, the sneaker.
Like, she's already handling that part.
It's an absurd
So
jam.
they
It's a
are going
very,
to try to
very
do another
absurd
wave,
jam.
crash this, and deny another wave,
Seeing why here.
but you're going to be
It's
down
just
tempo.
manhandling the bot lane, almost
And so,
single-handedly.
in
Of course,
theory,
Artemis
there should be a drag
following
coming
up
out
on
for
the space created
CFO
by-
if things align the right way. Now, the Renata is going to be late because she stayed on the bot wave. So the Nico's going to have a timer on mid, which is like their big advantage. And they are looking for it. But he is registering that he has... Oh, this is interesting. Okay, because GAM knows that since they decided to greed for plates in another wave bot, they're going to be late to contest drag. So instead of contesting drag, they're straight shooting into top, but of course, the main issue I have with this is that Nocturne is pathing bot because he doesn't want to lose his camps. No, it's not very good. It's not very good to me. Because if this was Nocturne pathing up, I can see how this can be like much better. Because then he's going into grumps, he's getting his camps, he might be like, they'll be able to contest this. It's like, yeah, it's good, right? But if he does this, and in theory, like, I mean, he can do this into this, right? These two camps are up. This guy is going to stay on bot because why not? And he'll take the drag. He might contest your bot camps as Nocturne, you might not like that. And so you're praying that you're going to get a lot of value on hitting the top turret. I don't know. And the Callista or the Ahri, honestly, the Ahri could literally straight shoot at top to have that plus the Shen covering her with R, and the Callista goes mid. I mean, they have ways to like change their entrances, especially if they see Sion, because she's moving over, especially when Sion shows here. The Shen is already heading top. When this happens, in theory, after this mid wave, Ahri could go top. And Shen could have already been heading towards mid. They're a little late on the swap, but it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, yes, I guess in theory they don't know if Nocturne is going to contest this area still. So she's still contesting this wave. But they don't want to full commit because they have Shenar. And the Dragon's already dead, so yeah, they definitely could have done that. It would have been a very interesting set of plays to do. And so they're trying to defend this, but like they're defending it without Nocturne. And yeah, they have Shen who comes through. And this is probably one of the worst ideas by GAM. Of course, if this guy dies, then it's pretty good. Oof. Akaisa will hit top, really. They don't get a camp. They do get 2 plates. But, to me, they need to get way more value out of this play, no? It's because he's contesting the red before mid. That's the main issue. Like, he shouldn't go for the red yet. You know, like, they still have waves to play on. Like, there's no rush. He just had to wait on mid and then move in, and then and if they want to do it this way, then it's a 4v, a possible 5v4, 5v3, right? Yeah, it's a possible 5v3, but at worst it's a 4v3 until this guy like actually finishes and walks over here. So there's no rush. They're rushing this play big time. So because that happened, Nocturne's super happy because he lost 1 person, but he lost no camps. And his Kaisa ate multiple waves, and she got 2 plates, right? So overall, all in all, like really big plus for GAM. And this Callista is not going to get anywhere versus this Sion, so yeah, but he can't swap here. So it's like, they really want to keep this? Because like I feel like the Kaisa solo laning against the Shen is so good for them. Like her getting levels is amazing compared to Callista. And even though this guy ends up eating shit, like What's happening? I need to slow it down because like whenever you watch some of these games, like things just go like real quick. Like Shenar's down. This guy should not be killing himself for the cannon, right? The Nico's down here. So like you just had to wait for the Nico to come down here and they would have been fine. But now, of course, there's gonna be a dive potential. And again, I don't really know why the Nico is like using her R to defend a non-cannon wave. If it was cannon, you know, maybe you could see wanting to like just kill yourself and just like destroy the wave. But it's a non-cannon, so like you're gonna lose 2 plates. Who cares? Just wait, right? If you're Nocturne, you know, he wants to do these camps. But the second this guy happens to this guy, Levi technically, at this point, should run bot. Technically, he should run bot, or he should do a mid play. 1 and 2. Levi should be doing something. Because he's just cleaning out. Honestly, isn't the era by Levi earlier? Because I mean, he takes the red. And I honestly don't care about covering this bot wave. Nor do I care about them like kind of pressuring the dive or anything. Like it just doesn't really matter. I'd rather do this on a natural timer for Nocturne. And so once this happens, like Sion never puts himself in a bad position. And yeah, the Nocturne's just gonna clear up into the Shen, maybe make a play on the Shen, and that's it. It's not Nocturne's. I mean, like, I think them doing what they did earlier was awkward and weird. But yeah. For sure, I think them looking for the bot vision the way they did was kind of awkward and weird. Okay, so from the get-go,
but it's not going to be an easy contest. Kaiman's going to be first to play. Is he able to get in? No, Levy gets the smite away. Here comes the standing.
they early Shen R because of the Nocturne R. The Nico gets a fat R because she has a flank. They're able to still get in all the way into the backline against the Callista. Damn, the Callista or the Kaisa picked up 2 though. You know, honestly, when I'm looking at this by Artemis, he should he should kill these 2. No, like I think Levi can stay on this guy and distract him, but I really think this guy should just kill these 2 at this point. Like, cause they're so low, man. They're so low. Why not? Just kill them. Like, she has Callista R, so you can't go on this guy. You go on her, she has Bailout. Like, these 2 would have been dead already. They would, and look how much work they get. Like, the Xin actually stays alive the whole time, like healing. The Shen even buys time. Like, he went on the wrong guys. And now the game just gets flipped on their heads because even though your Kaisa was in a really good spot, now their Ahri is like very overwhelming.
A huge influx of gold onto Ahri, and very, very quickly has this game become a lot harder for the VCS representatives. They're in win position now, down 1.5k gold. All of that sitting in the back pocket of Hong Ahri. A champion that we noticeably missing yesterday has come out now in game 2. It's looking very good. Great answer to the skirmishing. It's coming through for both teams now. It's time maybe pull out, gets a bit rush. Oh, it's pushing away, so this is a flash.
I mean, that's very good. He has no flash. There's no flash on Callista. There's no flash on Xin, though that one doesn't matter so much. Seems pretty hard. Shen R is not up yet either, so I'm cool with them giving it up. It's not easy.
So I think wisely not utilizing it. And comes Hong Q, finds the charm. No, he doesn't. It's going to be cleansed the pot by Levy, but the pot blossom trying to be used as peel to between wheels. Much the same. Junja's going to be the first to fall.
Again, Shen R is not up, so it's like
I think wisely not.
I think I'm cool with them using. I think I'm cool with them using some initial ultis. You know, like I think for Xin, just don't go in. Like I think if you're gonna do anything, he could have gone in here and just done an R or something, and that would have been fine. To be honest, like at worst that would be okay. But going here, nobody can hit, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, like even now, like look at this. They used all this shit, and the turret was still almost dead. So then that for sure means they should have never done this. They should have just given it up. Because your Shen's getting a free push spawn. So unfortunately, give up the mid wave or give up the mid turret because your Shen, either your Shen needs a shift, right? Like the alternative to this is that once they take Herald, Shen shifts now. And then you wait a little bit, the Herald's gonna slam, and if they extend it, then your Shen will already be halfway through River going into the play. So then it's like, okay. But if not, and he's never gonna come, don't do anything. It's also a pretty bad game for Shed to go Lucidity. Like, he kind of needs Mercs. There is Fear, there's Slows, there's Knockups, there's Stuns, Snares. Like, there's a lot of shit that he kind of just has to be wary of, and Lucidity's pretty kind of flat. I mean, I assume he's doing it because he wants CDR, and he's not gonna go like the more offensive tech of what's it called? My mind's blanking. The one that gives you CDR for auto attack. So I'll say for sure, Elio in every single situation is getting hella value on his Nico Rs. Because this guy doesn't have any front line. Like he goes in, he gets it. But at the same time, these guys are getting like kind of picked apart. It's gonna be a really good Renata R. Wait, where is the Renata R? Oh, it's then. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The Renata R is good, but
Honkyu's gonna be able to get the first, and Doggo wailing in the middle of the scene fight. Artemis trying to answer back. One more Spirit Rush confirms that Honkyu's out, and Artemis tries demise, not able to get it.
I mean, the Renata R is not bad. Ideally, you know, Honkyu can actually do something with it, but he can't see shit. Well, actually, he can't see.
It's a smite fight on the horizon. Bomb also lands on the back, but it's only on to two. Through rest also of that Stand United. It's a smite fight on the horizon. Bomb also lands on the back, but it's only on to two. And it's not the numbers they want. A lot of damage on the Junji. He's taken out quick, but Hongju in. Hongju's going to be able to get the first.
Hongju. Let me make sure I say it right. Hongju.
Trying to answer back. One more Spirit Rush confirms that Hongju's out. And
it was very close. The Nico was not too bad. I mean, it did separate some members when you watch it. Like, it does separate some members. But also, there's no... Ideally, what happens is when they go in, the Aurora's going in at the same time. Of course, these are not the most highest value targets, so maybe the Nico are actually bad. Because, yeah, there's no... Like, they're not comboing. And... So you kind of use a bunch of abilities, and you get not a lot from it. So Nico has nothing now, right? So Nico has nothing. Sign gets a nice fat, like, R.
Misses Doggo, misses Junja, which allows that dragon to be stolen. They finish him off. Charm on the Levy, which means that is the fight done for him. Unfortunately, with Emo diving on the Levy,
I think for Kaisa,
the fight done for.
I mean, if he, for Kaisa, he could honestly just keep hitting CFO, like, rest, to be honest, and, like, just keep going with his tempo stacks. And then if he sees something opens up on Ari, then he can go. But he kind of, like, hides trying to get an assassination. He fails to get it. And that kind of just, yeah, he just kind of wastes a bunch of time, so... This might be another game where Artemis is like in a position to do shit and he can't.
Oh dear, Artemis is taken out immediately on the wrong side of the only trying to look to contest, trying to look to buy time. The paranoia used, and now GAM are going to be off the objective. Artemis flying into the back line, but he's flying, waiting. Hongkyu is...
Yeah, I mean...
Still, CFO with 3 members only, trying to look to continue.
Like, they know Shen just showed, so Shen's never involved, so it's good to start a fight. It's good.
The paranoia used,
and he should just go on top of Xin. Like, I don't know why he actually goes on the side. He should go on top of Xin, because I also know Ari's on the right, and blast. So Artemis kind of fucks up stuff. Like, I like the pick. Like, the pick is good. And now they're all gonna get wiped. Because, yeah, the Ari got resets.
Takes himself another and takes a strong position here in game 2.
It was a close game, but unfortunately, GAM is too eager to commit to fighting Junior. Somehow, just withers the storm and they turn around and explode Artemis.
Yeah, Artemis thinking he's on the safe side of the fight, not realizing that both Hongkyu and Doggo were sitting there waiting for the monitors to turn back on after the paranoia fades, and immediately just destroy the Kaiser.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting target to commit onto. Kaiwing surely willing to get the right there without Doggo. He ends up on the other side of the terrain. Look at Junior. Bail out, turns around, his max range catch, and then from there, the vast majority of damage is gone, and it's just a matter of systematically waiting for the remainder of GAM.
Not to say, I think, unfortunately for Artemis, teleporting that killer instinct into the worst location, he was just outside of that Zenzel, meaning nothing he does will do any damage. No one else showing from the side of CFO, and unfortunately he tries to come to an angle where he's able to DPS, he's just completely claimed.
Yeah, I mean, Kaiwing was there, an easy target. Potentially Doggo was behind him, but he got gambling, and it's still potentially a very straight fight, even if Doggo was over there.
Maybe he just needed to commit in with Levi, but again, they're in the position we do.
Yeah.
They can't see what we can see, so...
I think he saw Kaiwing, it was just, he didn't know if he was behind.
I think he needed to ult into where Ginger was.
Yeah.
Because even if he goes to Kaiwing, he's just going to get taken by that face ball and nothing happens.
No, Doggo was by from.
Well, he's doing pretty good, the Ari. I mean, he is finding some, like, prime situations. So they do an all-in play on the Shen, because it's Shen. But Dragon's in 30, so they have 15 seconds to play to make the drag play, but they also use a whole bunch of ultis to even make that work. Honestly, the Ari TP is interesting. I mean, it does save them the situation in the end, so I guess it doesn't matter, because they didn't try to use that 15 seconds of play, right? Because they used so many ultimates, so you pick the guy, didn't lose flash. Kind of rough. Honestly, pretty rough for GAM.
Absolutely. Now, CFO trying to establish some control of the top side. Baron's the next objective. They are here enough that they can realistically look for it. Play around, see if they can do any summons, any teleport GAM. How to play this Baron dance. Doggo as well, and Skillista has that insane capacity to just slide away, essentially with that any objective that he's able to wail upon. Now, Artemis down with Jaya. He wants to look for coming in, there's going to be a lot of damage coming down, but flash away. He might just be able to get himself out. Jaya! He'll flash and will get out just barely. The first ball, get in that side lane, 50 seconds on his jet liner. Walking down, deal with it, at least one tower. Possibly a second, there's no one yet from the side of CFO looking to respond.
No, but there's a lot of things going down on this Baron.
Yeah, so they're going to force Artemis away from that bot side of the map. They don't want to go over that massive injection of gold. Look how far ahead Artemis currently is, and now you carry 1v1. Almost single-handedly bring this game back to even.
The corner, really. Unfortunately, hasn't bailed out of all that many situations, otherwise GAM probably be slightly responsive to the team but again, Buster around GAM, looking at answer the by CFO, not that long ago, CFO looking at what his head just in place now.
Respect on that standing, of course, is available. Lost his flash though, so those playmaking abilities of Shen much lower. His only ability to taunt flash. CFO now looking to possibly start complete darkness, and they have. They're pulling the trigger. Hongkyu's going to go into that fog of war. Which can come down, but Doggo getting away. This needs to smite. Always is going to favour CFO. Elio's going to be the first one. They do that paranoid.
Okay, we're gonna see how they do this, because, like, if you look at the setup for this Baron, Shen is starting his push bot now, right? Let's see where everyone was going into this. Because they have initial vision on top, they have some vision on bot, they have a pink. The Shen is dead for 10. They're clearly shown moving into the top river, and they got the vision. Unlikely there is vision on bot. They have TPs on Aurora Scion.
CFO now looking to possibly start complete darkness, and they have.
The Shen is pretty much flipping a bot play, but their way of viewing it is that we have Kalista. So, if they ever try to swing on Shen, we're just gonna get the Baron. So, like, they must come to this. So this has to be, like, their grand plan, right? Plus, the Shen will definitely buy a bunch of time for, like, his build. So right now, if you're GAM, your Aurora needs to have a flank. She must have a flank. Fuck the Nico having a flank. It's not doing anything. The Aurora can have a flank.
Always is gonna favor CFO.
Aurora just, like, walks around, which I don't like. Honestly, like, especially because he already moved through this try. And when was the last time they saw this objective? They saw it now. So they know Kalista, Xin. They don't know if Renata's there. Okay. So we don't know if Renata's there. So Renata could be here right now. Technically. She could be right here right now. Okay, we identified she's not there. I would have loved if Aurora sat here the entire time. Because once this is safe, then Nico's going to walk up this way. and then she's gonna toss a W out to see what's happening, right? We also know Ari's here, so the chances you gain one shot is very low. So Aurora should be here, not going around, but she should be here.
This means the smite.
So she goes around, which is awful, because obviously if she's here and she hops over, holy shit! Look at this fight; it's winning, separated, and can't go in. Like, it's a 5v3. It's actually a 5v3 for GAM if they played it that way. And don't, like, in theory they should get off, because if she's here, they need to get the hell away until, like, unless Ari's like sitting here and she's ready to go in. So again, early Shenar, he's doing really good, by the way. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna put Rest as the MVP, but I have to say, like, he is actually, we'll see, but like, I don't know, I've been very impressed by them being like ready, like, because the way they interpret it was basically, let's this Shenar before this dies, and so if they go in, they go in, but if they don't, like, yeah, we lose Shenar, but we got Baron. So I love what he's doing in this game. Now look at Aurora's, like, he's here again this entire time. He could be here and blasting people. He can't do shit. So like, Emo kind of just griefed this fight big time.
Junja gets the smite. Always sold on a Honkyu now jumping into the backside, and it's going to be first.
Shen's just buying a lot of time, and Shen's just also distracting people. Honku.
Maybe Junja too. No, he flashes forward, rest with a double.
Ouch.
Finds Emo.
Ouch.
It's going to be the last domino to fall. CFO kick the Baron, the fight, and more than likely the game.
That is the game. For sure, that's the game. Because the Baron's going to lead into the next drag. So even though I find, like, the comp can work, right? I mean, look at the comp and the way it's shaped. It can work. And honestly, the issue I had with them picking Shen into the Nocturne, GAM never adapted to that. I mean, granted, the Baron one is just a lose-lose situation, because it's like, I mean, like, you kind of need to go in, you know? Like, you can't just let them get away with it, but also they Shenar. So, like, Aurora has to play a little bit differently. But other situations, like, you could see that the Nocturne, Aurora, and Nico had a lot of power, but they did not play it well enough. And CFO just played with their Shen against Nocturne super well. Really, they played it super well. There was a lot of good things by Kaiwing. Kaiwing, honestly, is their best player across 2 games. Junja has been not bad, but honestly, I do think Kaiwing has been better. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to pick, like, a player of the game. There's some things I just really like that I'm seeing. But it probably has to go to Honku, right? Probably has to go to him in the end. Because he did, it's not like his team was, like, helping him a ton in some of these picks. Damn, the rest really did have a good game. Dude, I don't know.
Coming from a flank, Paranoia available for Livy. Is he going to pull the trigger? 3K. So far, he's walking. Oh! And Livy gets the.
So he gets the steal. How does he ever get? Okay, Rest loses his MVP option, because the second I see Nocturne, I'm just running into him. Low key, I'm just running into him. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. Like, he's going into the Scion, but the Scion matters way less.
3K. He's walking.
Oh no! And the Ari actually just got caught randomly too. Okay, Kaiwing wins. Well played. Yeah, it's Kaiwing 100%, by the way. The way he just played that fight was definitely the best way you play it. Like, he saved his Kalista art instead of like, because he could have used it on Sion, he could have sent himself further ahead, but he waited for the Nocturne to pop out, and that was perfect.
And they get some big kills off the back of Hongyu. Immediately sells the mid after going down because it's completely worthless from this point on. Using so many takes. Look at it. They just walk themselves up to the pit. Like just, oh, Libby, that is some top tier scorching out there.
God. They actually might have just lost this game somehow, because they lose the like them all dying. Unfortunately, like they lose the dragon. Also, I thought they finished the Baron, but I guess they didn't in the case that they won the fight. So, I guess I don't know why I didn't think of that. Too early in the morning, I guess.
Pretty straightforward play there. Gonna get stronger from this point on.
On this Baron. And then it's going to be a pretty good amount of downtime. Junja reasonably far forward here, but he does hit the PA.
Counter positioning. Race on the bottom side of the map for the time being. Force SSN United to join his team. Kai's recall will be stopped.
Yeah, not only will down there in the chaos. They are posturing to stop it.
Will be cleared out though. You can do that with just the Q. You want to up to. Another one coming through. Do CFO look for something. Go to the middle. That's a massive jump down. Over you between worlds in response. That's going to be going down. Race low, pushing through the spot lane. Recall's going to have to come through answer.
Easy there, West comes to West. Back in time to catch that wave and shoot all the certain shapes. Saving it up. I mean, every constantly looking for these openings, that presents a problem to GAM.
Probably going over that.
Did Junja just build the self-kill?
Yep.
So we're just gonna wait at this point. We're just waiting.
Now. This team fight. All the certain sides of the game. We'll be over the soul. We'll be over the Baron. Place pulling out. Close one another.
What is going on over that corner? This is slow. We're team now done for Libby as well. So give me a little hand down, also hit a lot faster.
Most of the titles. Both of the lanes on Q's still the two controls and game 3. So
6 times behind as well. Is it? Yeah, yeah. So about this. So it's going to be a little hand to finish off Cummings' fight a little bit extra slowly. 90 seconds to sell 1 minute to Baron number 3. Never got the qualifying
definitely. God, you hours even. Like this game shape. I could even have another one on hands.
I guess we're just waiting for the drag, man. we're going to subbing. We're just waiting. The Shen should honestly, after he pushes just a little bit, he should be with the team. Oh my god. Okay, so these mid waves, by the way, are the like this is a mid wave that I would contest if I was GAM. Like the Scion has an R angle, by the way. Yeah, they should go 100%. They should go. Because again, this is just okay. This is like one of the rare cases where Shen will not be part of the team. Because if they go first, he can't react. They should go. Like this guy's gonna Scion this way. This guy is in range to actually go for them. The Kaisa can ease. Ooh, the only thing is Elio's like really behind. I think that's the only thing that sucks about this play is that this guy's really behind. But outside of that, like, dude. It looks like too good of an opportunity, because I think if you let them take this wave and dip out, like, look how much value the Shen's getting now. You didn't go. The Shen got the fully push out. Now he should join the team. You're still not going. Okay, that guy should not lose that much HP, though.
Wave push, I think immediately cleared out by GAM as well. Gaia lands the knock up onto Hongyu, and Hongkyu's going to have to use out by GAM as well. Gaia lands the knock up onto Hongyu, and Hongkyu's going to have to use that spirit by GAM. Gaia joining his team.
But also, to me, like, why are they all sitting in the left line brush? Like, Kaiwing could be behind, like, honestly, as a Renata player, it'd be way better to be here. Like, just from a standpoint, because, like, he can R, you have literally nothing besides Blissful. And of course, Honk, like, missed his charm, so that's also bad. Then they go in on the Scion, which is definitely not what you want to do. And, yeah, this is awful. Oh my god, this is so awful. Artemis is blasting. They, dude. Oh my god. CFO literally lost the game themselves. Like, why would you go on the Scion? Why would you use so many abilities on the Scion? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Damn. Damn. Because if they won, I definitely had like 3 candidates I really liked. But in the end of the day, damn, I don't know who I want to do for this still. Because Kaiwing getting like chunked there is really bad, but he had some better moments as well. Rest kind of just ended it there, but he had a pretty good game. I mean, like, everyone had their own inting moments, right? Everyone did. Doggo's definitely not. I mean, like, honestly, in some ways. I wonder if it is Doggo. I'm not sure. I mean, because personally, like, I think some of his co-stars were good, but also part of me feels like with the way he was playing some of these fights, left a lot to be desired. I still feel like Rest was like relatively good outside of like some of those situations. I think Artemis had 2 fat ints that were not as ideal. Maybe Elio deserves to have like some props because I feel like he did overall. Like they won lane because of Elio. They won lane because of Elio. He had some really fat team fights. Honorable mention is the Ahri, I guess, but the Ahri had some kind of bad moments. Yeah, I don't know. I think he honestly, I might just leave it as a solo MVP because he was pretty good overall. Yeah, he was. Well, I guess that's it. Doggo also needs to make sure he tells his teammates, like, yo, you gotta fucking relax, by the way. Like, we'll win because I'm so tanky, I'm unkillable. But, like, you gotta, like, relax a little bit on our positioning. And so it is up to him to actually say that. Obviously, the players should know that as well, but if you're a core carry, like a guy in charge of the game, like, you do need to direct.